A claimed home warranty gives you peace of mind knowing that the major systems and appliances in your home are covered against unexpected breakage and costly repairs. So you can enjoy what you love doing because our coverage options and easy process take the hassle out of finding quality contractors. When your covered items break and you need service fast, a claimed home warranty is here for you 24/7, 365 days a year. For a free, no-hassle quote, go online to acclaimedhw.com.
Owning a home is the American dream. I love my job because I get to help people buy, sell, and improve that American dream. Follow me this week as we explore exciting new trends in Utah's real estate. So Clay, one of the struggles we have are these business owners that have started a new business and they don't have the taxes. They've been paying all the taxes, but they want to buy a house. What do you suggest?
Yeah, the challenge is in those early years, they have a lot of inventory expenses, things they're doing to build up the business. And maybe it's been almost a year since they filed the tax return. In the meantime, the business is doing really, really, really well. So it becomes the question, how do I document the income? Well, they have business bank statements. And so we at Castle & Cook Mortgage came out with a loan program that allows them to do it with utilizing their bank statements as income documentation. We take an average off that, it gives them a much better income that probably showed on their last tax returns, and it helps them qualify where they thought they didn't qualify before.
This is awesome because this has been a part of the market where it's been just kind of sitting and waiting because they want to buy houses, but they got to wait for their taxes and everything, but they can get right to it.
Yeah, because we've seen the home prices are going up.
Yeah.
They're getting nervous. They're like, I really want to wait until I have another tax return ready to go. This is a way to get them into that home ownership bracket right now without having to wait to file taxes and show the income that way, and allows them to have that dream of home ownership.
Clay, so we're going to be heading up to the Silicon Slopes, right?
Yeah, great area up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're up here in Highland. Now take a look at that view.
Wow.
As we fly around this house, you gotta love spring in Utah, right?
You
I
do.
just absolutely love it. Okay, so this one is right up, and take a look at this shot. I think this is real ingenious. They fly up to the front of the house,
Yeah.
and normally they stop and open the door, but take a look at this one, they just fly right through.
Well, what a perfect entry too. The background, the mountains, the approach, the neighborhood, the architectural lines on this home.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah, and this one you can tell as you walk into the front of the house, you'll notice all the moldings. Take a look at all the moldings on the wall and all the detail, the work that they did into this. That takes a craftsman, that takes a laborer to go through and do all that work. This is grundles of money.
And that's the thing people don't realize is the extra money that goes into this with these extra finishes. You can't just look at the square footage. You have to look at these finishes, and these are just spectacular.
And so if you're a builder and going to build this for somebody to be a spec home, you would never do stuff like this, because each one of those things takes so many hours of a craftsman to go in there, cut all those things and spackle, and make it look beautiful.
Right.
And
That's
so
right.
as you can see, they spared no expense on this. Just absolutely beautiful.
Well, throughout.
Yeah.
You go into each room and you just see it.
A lot of craftsmen, a lot of detail work, and this is a really unique home. So this one on the main floor, it's a 2-story, but on the main floor you have 5 bedrooms on the main floor, and or an office. So you can either have 4 bedrooms or an office. One of them's kind of a bit of a flex room. That's just on the main floor.
That's spectacular.
Yeah, and then upstairs you got another 2 bedrooms, and down the bedroom basement you've got another 2 bedrooms, and so you're talking 9 bedrooms.
That's a large home for a great family and great to entertain, and yeah.
But it's not like it's all bedrooms, because they've got a ton amount of open space here, home theaters and big expansive space in the basement that we're going to go to look at in the basement here in just a minute. So it's 6255 square feet with 9 bedrooms, 3 full, 1 3/4, and 1/2 bath. And it sits on 0.32 acres. It was built in 2006. Of course, it's got a nice 3-car garage. It's got 2 entries on the front of the house. And the backyard, we're going to take a look at that in a minute. It's just absolutely beautiful.
Well, you say it certainly is not, but I mean, you have just these great open spaces, these nice molded pillars throughout, great attention to detail, the extra little touches that they put on the wall finishes.
Yeah, and this is going to be upstairs above the garage here. We got 2 bedrooms, as you can see, just a nice space.
It is. Yeah.
And this one we've been showing, and I get a ton of feedback about just how beautiful the home is and how it lays out really well. And headed down to the basement here. Let's take a look.
Again,
look at that.
Yeah. Yeah, again, you walk into the basement and bam, you just, again, nice finishes right off the bat.
And so normally in basements, you're going to see a lot of walls, but they did steel beams in this one, so they're expand that space. So you remember how we talked about it's got 9 bedrooms, but look at how open this is.
Yep.
It still has a ton of open space.
It does.
It's absolutely beautiful,
It
right?
is, yeah. The woodwork and the extra tile that you have there, I mean, just...
And look at those ceilings.
Yes.
The cost, if you had to recreate this home, I mean, they're only, right now, they're $118 a square foot.
Yeah. Well, that's amazing because, you walk into a house and you'll say, oh, this is a nice home. This is one of those homes you walk into and you look at it and you say, wow, this is spectacular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For $118 a square foot, that's unheard of.
Mm-hmm.
And you're right there, right at the Silicon Slopes, which is so popular. I mean, this is where all the jobs are coming in. So this is an executive type home. Here we're going to the home theater. Take a look at that.
Yes.
Beautiful, right?
That is amazing.
Just
That
what
is.
everybody wants, everybody needs. I can't get over the price at $118 a square foot. Now, take a look at the backyard.
Look at that.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yes.
Of course, they got this arbor that's right in the back, and it looks down over this beautiful valley. The views off the back are just absolutely gorgeous.
That's such a great area. And again, even in the backyard, the landscape, and look at all the detail that they put into that.
They even got a little waterfall.
Yes.
Can you believe that?
I know.
$118 a square foot. A builder cannot rebuild this house even close, because new construction without a finished basement, without a yard, you're going to be looking at least $100 and probably $25, $135 a square foot. So it's always a great time to go look at some Park City real estate, and I got one of my pros up there, Jim Black. And Jim, this is a spectacular home. Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, thanks, Jake. This is a home that's in the American Flag subdivision of Deer Valley. It's up on the mountain, but still very close to Main Street and all the great restaurants and shops down there. It is a brand new home. The old home had fallen into disrepair. My client, who owns this property, tore down the old home, tore out the foundation, and built this brand new spectacular home designed by Otto Walker and Associates, who've been up in Park City for over 30 years and are known for doing the best of the best. Built by Clint McGee Construction, with interiors by Stephanie Evans Design. It's 8,100 square feet with 5 bedrooms, 8 baths, and the most unique feature of this is that it is ski in, ski out on a private lift. Ski in and ski out to the Success Ski Run at Deer Valley.
So it has its own lift, its own private lift. Tell me how that works.
There are 10 families that participate in this entity called Ski American Flag. They own the lift and they run it. They're the only families who can use it. You ski out of the homes and take on a private trail that takes you back to the Success Ski Run, which is right down in Lower Deer Valley. At the end of the day, you access a private trail off of Success that brings you back to the bottom of the lift, and with a private card, you turn on the lift and ride back to your house. It is one of the most unique ski in, ski out lots in ski country.
Yeah, that's got to be incredible, because you talk about location and right next to a ski resort with your own private lift. That's got to be about as good as it gets.
It really is. You have all the best features of a ski and ski out home. The ski access, the views both east and west. To the east, you see the St. Regis Hotel and the Uinta Mountains with nobody else that be building in front of you. And to the west, you get views of Jupiter Peak, Empire Canyon, Daily Chutes. I mean, it's really the best you can get.
Yeah, and of course, the nice thing about up there in Upper Deer Valley is it's a year-round type of destination, right?
It really is. Another nice feature is you're not really high in elevation. Some people can have trouble when they get up above 8,000, 8,500, 9,000 feet with some of the other subdivisions that are higher up on the mountain. Here you're at about 7,500 feet of elevation, and you're maybe 10 minutes from Main Street.
Yeah, which is just beautiful. And it looks like they spared no expense as they put this together, right?
They really did. This is meant to be the best of the best. So all the best granite, appliances, Wolf and Sub-Zero. You've got 5 different fireplaces, including a fire pit up on an upstairs heated patio with views out to the west. It has an elevator, wine room, ski prep room that you can see right there. It really is a spectacular home.
Yeah, it's stunning. It's just hard to imagine how beautiful these homes and what they can build up there in Park City. So what sort of money are we talking about on this house?
This house is listed at $6,995,000. It includes the furnishings that we've put up on the main level in the living room, the kitchen, and the master bedroom.
Yeah, and would you consider that a good deal out there?
When we look at a price per square foot, it is significantly less than other new construction that you might see on the mountain, up in Empire Pass, or in Deer Crest.
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. So Jim, if somebody wanted to get in contact with you, how would they reach you?
They can call me directly at 435-640-6177 or go to parkcity365.com.
Zippy Shell of Utah has a new and innovative solution for your storage needs. We offer convenient, secure storage that is less work for you. We bring a storage container to your house for you to load. Once it's loaded, we'll pick it up and store it at our climate-controlled warehouse. When you're ready, we return the container to your house to unload. Right now, we are offering a storage special for only $99 a month. Please call us with any of your storage needs.
So Clay, we're headed out to Syracuse, and of course you kind of know Syracuse.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Real popular is west of Hill Air Force Base, and this is a former parade homes in the early 90s. And what's unique about this one, you're looking at a big home with a 4-car garage with horse pasture at almost an acre of land, and you're only at $86 a square foot.
Wow.
That's unheard of.
That is. And you know my love for horse property too, Jay.
Yeah.
I mean, growing up with that, but this is, that's a fantastic price per square foot.
You could almost pay this much money for the land alone.
Mm-hmm.
At $89 a square foot, it's unheard of to be able to get almost an acre of land and a huge, massive house. And as you can see outside the windows, we're going to go look at the backyard in just a minute, but you can see, here's looking at their little deck on the backyard, and this is perfect. You got your covered deck that looks over your land.
I love
Look
that
at that
shot. Yes.
And there's your pasture. Now, the size of that pasture, you're actually looking at about half of it because it shares with the house next to it. But if you wanted to do a fence down the middle to separate your pasture, on the right-hand side would be yours. But this is what you're looking at. You got a huge, look at your RV pad on the side. They made it so they could do another garage off the back. And so if you look at the back of the house there to the right, they were going to do it another garage off the back so you could drive right up. And then you have a place for your horses. And
yeah, you have so many possibilities with all the space that you have there.
Yeah. And so going into the inside, we're going to be looking at 5,800 square feet with 5 bedrooms, 3 full, 1 half baths. Like I said, a 4-car garage. It's at 0.89 acres. That's almost an acre.
Yeah.
It's plenty enough for horses.
Yep.
Yeah. Like I said, it was a parade of homes. And so when this was built out, this was the best of the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing too, when they build those, the thing you have to look at that too is the strength of the structure that's in these homes.
Yeah. And
all they go into it because they don't spare any costs when they do these parade of homes.
Yeah. And so this, so a couple of years later, now you can get a tremendous value.
Yes.
And heck, for horse property alone is worth it. It's one of those things you can't replace because horse property is so unique. And you always talk about land and location and features. You're always looking for something that's on a golf course or something that sets it apart.
Yeah.
Something that makes it exclusive. And horse property, That's one of them.
And the people that love the horses love that. Oh wow, that huge room. Sorry, that was
No, it's almost shocking, right?
It is.
The size and when it's
Kitchenette
actually
there.
bigger. It's actually bigger in person when you're there. I mean and so this is down in the basement. It's an unfinished. They've got one bedroom finished in the basement, but right now they've got it kind of open, so you can have a bowling alley.
Tons of opportunities and possibilities right there. Yeah.
And I can't stress to you what a good deal this is at 80. Man, I just can't even believe it. I'll be honest.
Well, and I mean it is. It's a great, like I said, growing up with that, and then to see this type of a home on that type of a property. You don't have to have horses. I mean, it's a great lot.
Yeah.
But for that person who wants to, this is ideal.
Yeah, I mean, you could just own it just even for the land. You could just hold on to it because they're not making a lot more of this property because as we compress, they just don't have the ability to make massive lots anymore.
Yeah. Yep. That's definitely my style of property, Jay.
Yeah, very, very nice. And there's a parting shot. You can see all that brick and all the nice landscaping they put in. It's just an absolutely beautiful property. Okay, for this one, we're going to be heading up to Traverse Mountain. Of course, we all know that is right where the tech boom is going on right now.
So much going on there.
That's right.
It's unbelievable. Yeah.
And the city says that if you've seen the growth that they've had, you cannot even imagine what's on its way and what they are putting through the city right now.
Which is amazing because you see these new big commercial buildings popping up down there right off the freeway on a regular basis. So much activity is going on right there.
That's
and
right.
this puts you right in the heart of all that.
And
that's
they
happening.
say that it's not even scratching the surface of what they're
Amazing.
expecting and where they're doing. You notice that all the buildings are going straight in
Oh,
the
yeah.
air.
Yep.
And that's a sign of growth. It's going to be like a new downtown, basically. That's if there's jobs, there's need for housing. We talk about this. In this particular one, the unique thing about it, obviously, it's a beautiful home, and it backs to the most beautiful views off the back. It's up on the hill. There's nothing ever going to be built because it's BLL land behind it. But it's also a mother-in-law apartment.
Oh, that is nice.
And so it's got 2 kitchens and everything, and so you can see. So if you have, this is a unique situation. You don't run across it all the time with the separate entrance. And so if you have a family member that you want to live with, or you want, you might maybe in the future might have one.
Well, Jay, we've had that off and on over the past few years, 2 different times.
Yeah. You have
yeah.
personally?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there's no steps or anything going to it. They just walk around the back of the thing, and there's a park right next to it, the left, a beautiful little park, so it's lots of open space. It's got beautiful views, which I can't even express how beautiful they are. And of course, at $126 a square foot, this is not bad at all.
That's not, especially in that location.
Yeah. So we're looking at 68 square feet with 5 bedrooms, 3 full, 1 half bath. It's on 0.16 acres. Of course, got a 2-car garage. It was built in 2006, and it's got 2 kitchens. If you ever they always talk about how do you save money on houses? Don't put in kitchens.
That's right.
Because
that's right.
kitchens are the most
It's
expensive thing.
expensive. There's plumbing. There's a lot going on. It's but it's a nice value add.
Yeah.
And it's surprising when you have it how frequently you use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never know. I mean,
You don't.
And if times ever got hard, I mean, you bring the family. There's your views off the back. Take a
Oh,
look.
now that is nice. Yes.
And like I said, that's BLM land, and so that is what nobody's ever going to be able to build on right there. And so they'll always stay
Always
that way.
going to have that view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we're headed down into the basement. You can see they still have some nice windows, lots of light coming through.
Yeah, they
as you
do.
can see.
Yeah.
They've got a master down there. They've got a little kitchenette.
I do like that. I mean, those windows come almost all the way down to the floor the way they do that. So it gives you that real ground level feeling down there.
That's right.
Yeah.
And so, this is a good little product. When I saw this one, I thought this is great.
Yeah.
This is exactly what's needed, which is inexpensive housing. Because at that price range, that's not very much money.
Well, they're pulling in that industry a lot of tech people that are in there, and it's a great priced home for somebody who wants to be in that area.
We were looking for a new home. Some were too big, some were too small, some were just wrong. Then, wow, we were in our dream home.
Then the hard part started. All this paperwork.
Luckily, we had Steve, a loan officer from Castle & Cook Mortgage, on our side. Even though he's done this 1,000 times, he knew we hadn't. He took care of everything. and fast, so we could focus on the things that really matter, like enjoying our new home. Castle and Cook Mortgage, the key to your castle.
Well, we've been thinking about it, and we're just not sure.
I understand.
We've never sold a house before.
I'll walk you guys through every step.
So if we sell, do you think we can swing it?
Well, I have the numbers right here, and based on the comps that I found, the timing is perfect. There are a lot of buyers for a house like yours.
It's good to know.
I'm so excited.
So Clay, imagine driving down your street right here with those beautiful views and those beautiful mature trees, and then you make your left-hand turn and you drive up to your house. But if you were able to fly over your house, you would see that there's a massive park right to the left of your massive backyard.
Which can get so used.
Yeah.
It really does. When you have that type of situation, I've had several friends that have that. And that park and its utilization, getting out and playing with the kids and stuff, it's just priceless.
Yeah, and as you step inside, you're going to see all these nice features that they put in, you know, all this beautiful backsplash and in the cool colors. This house is a really unique kind of, I don't know, would you call it kind of a mauve green? I don't know what you call it, with this kind of, it's not white, it's more of a cream. I'd say it's cream and like a kind of a green, but it makes for
But
a
it
really
works.
unique. No, it totally
works
does.
very well. And, you know, then the flow from the kitchen into that open area, I really like the way
That's
that
right.
was done.
And so this one you're going to be looking at, this one's almost 4,000 square feet with 4 bedrooms, 2 full, 1 half baths. It was built in 2008. It's on a third of an acre, but it's almost a half. It's 0.39 acres. And so, yeah,
it's a good sized lot.
Yeah.
Especially when you're right next to that park like that. You have
That's
a lot
right.
of opportunity there.
Yeah, and so it's got it's still got the basement that could be finished out, so you could improve, make a lot more living space if you want to. But already it's got 4 bedrooms, which is, that's quite a lot. One of the things I really like about this house is Farmington. And Farmington right now is just absolutely blowing up with their new mall that they have out there.
It is, and I've always liked the mountains and just the setting of Farmington, and it's kind of like you have a little bit still of kind of a rural feel a little bit, but you're just so close to everything. Yeah. You know?
The drive into Salt Lake is you're talking 15 minutes, you're right in there.
Exactly.
You're just coming from the other side of things. And Farmington is I found this year been one of the very hottest markets I've seen. Out of all the markets, Farmington is peaking and finding a ton of buyers have found this place with their really nice mall, their convenience in Salt Lake City, and their still kind of rural feeling.
Oh, and don't forget about Lagoon, too.
Yeah, you got Lagoon. And so Farmington, we've been, it's been fun to watch. Farmington has been just an up-and-coming grower, and this is a great example of, this is where you can get a beautiful property, be close to everything. You see that? That is all their land right there back into the corner. So if you want to put a shop on the back and access it from the backside, a lot of opportunity here. Now we're going to fly over the top, as you can see, to get an idea. There's your park, and there's all the open land, looking up on the views.
Oh, and the land just flows right into that park.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you can still see the house right there and how it fits in this, almost like a little cul-de-sac. It's really unique.
It is.
Okay, Clay, for this one, we're going to a really unique place of Utah, which is down in Fish Lake. You know that area, right?
I go camping there every summer, Jay, and I got to tell you, I think this is one of Utah's best kept secrets. Honestly.
Do you?
I do.
Well, it's got a beautiful lake, right? And it's right near all the national forests.
It is. Yeah.
So tell me about your experience. Why do you like it down there?
Tons of wildlife. You have just some vast open areas, but you have some great aspen and pines and just really beautiful mountains. And you can see the lookout in the areas that you can see out. Guarantee they're seeing elk and deer and just a lot of wildlife moving out through those flats and those fields right there.
Yeah, well, they put this one right on the top of the mountain with these absolutely spectacular views, right?
Yes.
And so they'd see just about everything out here.
Yeah, look at that wraparound deck right there. There's just that decking right there, and the views that you have. Incredible location.
Yeah, so we're looking at about 2740 square feet with 3 bedrooms, 2 full bath, and 1 half bath. They've got a 2-car garage. They've got a place to keep your boat there. Oh, heading to the inside. Let's not talk about that. Let's talk about the inside.
That is gorgeous.
Beautiful, right?
It is. I love that rich look and it's perfect for that area. That is the perfect feel for that area. And it really just gives that a warm feel when you walk into that. And it's what you want to feel when you're in that area, honestly. Yeah.
And so this could be set up as a year-round house, or it could be just like a cabin, like a retreat, right?
Yes, it could. Yeah, and I love the RV hookups too.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people do that, and especially in that area, it gives them the ability to have some other family or friends without necessarily encroaching, having their own little space and area too.
Yeah, so they've got it set up so they've got a place for 2 RVs to hook up to this. And they've got their boat storage. They got a beautiful lake down there, and great fishing, great hunting. You know, it's far enough away. I mean, that you've got you're out on a little plateau here, right?
Yeah. No, I really, as soon as I saw this property, Jay, I really fell in love with it. Honestly. Yeah.
You're kind of thinking about this one.
I am. I'm looking at it thinking, man, this is perfect. Because I'm already down in that area literally probably 3 to 4 weekends every summertime. Just because I think it's one of Utah's best kept secrets down there. A lot of people don't know about it. All the locals kind of want to keep it that way.
Yeah.
But it's just a phenomenal location.
Yeah, I've been down that way before. It's spectacular.
It really is.
But it really doesn't get talked about much.
It doesn't. And like I said, I think it's one of those things where the locals don't want it to. They kind of want to keep that, as their little best kept secret. Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna be looking at about $750,000 on this thing, but the nice thing is it's on 27 acres.
Oh wow.
27 and a half acres, and it's got your garage. It's got all the utilities are underground. It's set up so you could be out here year round, or you could be. What do you do, right?
Yeah, you really have unlimited possibilities. And it can be a great second home. It could be a great something you can put on VRBO. You could really do some fun things with this property.
So let's talk about it. $750,000. What kind of finance are we talking about on this sort of thing?
So what you're gonna be looking at is kind of a jumbo type of program, and you're gonna have a little bit more down. But right now, interest rates are so good that you could keep your payments super low on this. And like I said, it would be a great thing if you wanted to put it out there on the rental market a little bit. Short-term rental, that's a really hot market. It really is.
Because there are a lot of people that want to come into town and stay at these unique places. Utah's real popular for that.
It is.
So you could set it up on like an Airbnb. So you could almost make the payment itself.
Yes, yeah. And it's surprising how much that's caught on. Jay, we both have known people that do that. And it really does. It covers the payment. They sometimes make a profit on it, and then it's a place they can still go to and get away. There's the wildlife we're talking about,
And this is what just blew my camera guy there. He would have just come across all this stuff because this isn't stock footage. This is stuff that they actually took on the land. Look at this.
I love that.
Beautiful, right?
It is. Very warm glow right up there on the hill, so that's fun.